Hi, this vid is about choosing a power bank. Simple words, simple explanations. Let's get to it. The main thing about a power bank is its color. The black ones are just better. Just kidding. The main thing about a power bank is its capacity, and that means the amount of times you can charge your anything. Smartwatch, earphones, smartphone, you name it. But if it all was that simple, this guide would have been unnecessary. But it isn't, and here's why. Because you've got two capacities, two different capacities. An indicated one and the actual one. An indicated one is what you predominantly see in the specs or even written on the power bank itself. Let's say it's 10,000 milliampere hours. But the actual capacity of it would be somewhere around 70% of that. That means you can charge your smartphone with 3.5k milliampere hours battery 2 times tops, maybe even less. And that thing exists not because manufacturer wants to scam you. No, it's because power bank needs energy for its own needs. That means protection, transforming energy, etc, etc, etc. Some power banks have that actual capacity written somewhere in the specs, but some don't. Anyway, if you know that 70% principle, you can figure out this actual capacity on your own. Bigger is not always better. A difference between a 10k power bank and a 60k power bank is not only in capacity, but also in the weight and the price. If your power bank is with you every single day somewhere, let's say in your backpack, carrying a 200 grams 10k power bank will be much easier than a 60k power bank that weighs 1.5 kilos. So think about how and where will you use your power bank in advance. Also, don't forget about compact power banks. If the main goal of your power bank is to give a little bit of juice to your smartphone that can't handle working for the whole day, you can buy something that will easily fit in your pocket and will do its job just fine. iPhone owners would enjoy power bank cases. Yes, they make phones bulkier, bigger, heavier, but they do their job. Also, if your power bank is your phone case, it's almost impossible to lose it. Sometimes high-capacity power banks have their capacity written in WH, meaning watt-hours. You can think that's just for messing around with you, but then again, no. That gives you a better perspective on understanding the actual capacity of the power bank. Let's say your laptop consumes 65 watts per hour. That means a 148 watt-hour power bank can give your laptop at least 2 additional hours of work. Let's talk about power, because 2 different 10k power banks can charge your laptop with 2 really different speeds. And the charging speeds of those power banks for themselves can differ too. The second one is really simple. The higher the power, the faster the power bank will charge itself. But keep in mind that your charger's output must be equal or even exceed the amount of power the power bank can handle. Charging some other device from a power bank may be a bit more complicated, because every smartphone manufacturer just has to invent their own fast charging protocol. So your goal is to find a power bank that supports the fast charging protocol of your phone. If you can't, not a problem. Just take a look at the specs of your phone, exactly on the part that says how much power your smartphone can handle. And after that, look for a power bank with an output of at least the same amount of power on one port. By the way, an important thing. Let's say you're looking at a power bank that has 3 output ports, and the specs say the first one gives out 60 watts of power and 2 others give 20 watts of power each. If you use all those 3 ports at once, you'll probably have 20 watts of power on every single one of ports. Because the more devices you connect to it, the less output you'll have. Because every connected device lowers the overall output. Now let's talk about the ports. There are outputs and inputs. According filters are out there, you can't mess it up. Let's start with inputs. If you have an obsolete Apple gadgets with Lightning, you'd probably want to charge your power bank with the same Lightning cable. just because it's more handy. If your phone is antique, you may have micro USB, and there are power banks with the same input port. And if you're in 2024, choose Type-C, the king of all ports. Shortly speaking, look at the ports of the gadgets you are using and choose accordingly. But remember that Type-C is almost a guarantee you'll have your power bank charged faster. Outputs. The amount of them is, well, I don't really know how much you need, so you'll have to figure this out on your own. But then again, you might want to have Type-C output, even if you don't need one at the moment. And if you don't want to mess with the wires at all, because you can break them, you can lose them, there's an option for you, and that option is called a wireless power bank. But then again, the device you're going to charge has to support the same wireless charging technology as your power bank. That's the first one. And the second one, the wireless charging is slow, like way slower than wired one. A bit of features that you might find useful or useless. Who knows? Pass-through charging. Charge your smartphone from your power bank while charging the power bank itself. That was a tiny-whiny Pimp My Ride reference. Seriously, if you have only one charger but you need both of your gadgets charged, that's a great feature. MFI. That stands made for iPhone or iPod or iPad, basically any Apple gadget. That just guarantees perfect compatibility. Info display. May seem useful, but you definitely can live without it as long as you've got 4 or 5 indicators that symbolize every 20 or 25% of the juice left in your power bank. Solar charging. Well, it's great if you're a hiker, a biker, or I don't know, when you spend a lot of time somewhere in the wild. In any other case, it's just useless. And don't forget, it takes a lot of time to charge a power bank like that. Take a look at this particular model. It has capacity of 10,000 mAh and solar panel power of 300 mAh. Just 34 hours of pure direct sunlight and you're good to go. Yay! I guess. Low current charging. That feature is great when you need to charge something like a smartwatch, a smartband, or earphones. Their batteries will have a longer life cycle being charged this way. In any other case, unnecessary. Built-in charging cable. Feels like a great feature, but no. Because the only good thing about it is the fact that you can't lose it. But if something happens to it, let's say buying a new power bank will be probably cheaper and easier than fixing the old one. Lanterns and flashlights. Again, those are the features for hikers, bikers, etc, etc, etc. In any other case, predominantly useless. Water, dust and shock resistance. Those may seem like features for outdoor activities again, but no, because rain exists. Because clumsy people exist, I'm one of them. Those features are actually essential, at least one of them. USB hub. That's a great feature if you are planning to use your power bank with your laptop. You just plug in your mouse, your keyboard, your whatever else you need into your power bank and plug the power bank itself into your laptop. Voila! It all works as a USB hub. An amazing feature, if you ask me. By the way, let's mention the power banks intended for laptops. First of all, it must have big capacity, starting at 20,000 mAh or 74 watt-hours, so you can charge it at least once. And I'm not talking about performant laptops here, just the basic ones. To make sure, check the battery capacity on your laptop. Next question is ports. Make sure your laptop supports power delivery. If yes, there's plenty of compatible power banks. If no, well, think of buying a non-antique laptop. But if there's still a firm no-no, there are power banks with DC output with a bunch of adapters. One of them may fit your laptop. And the last thing is output power. Make sure it matches or exceeds the power your laptop may take. We could have gone into complicated formulas, watts, milliampere hours, watt hours, and all that, but we didn't. And I hope now you know everything to choose a proper power bank that will fit all your needs. If you still feel like you have some unanswered questions, feel free to write them down in the comment section and you'll definitely get a reply. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give us a thumbs up if you feel like it. See ya!